Hi, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of October, 2024. Um, yeah, the past couple of days I've been MIA, dental work, and then go back next week for the rest of it. So I guess a lot of people can figure out, yeah, you kind of feel kind of crummy after spending quite a bit of time at the dentist's office. So yeah, please remember I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, so everything is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, form your own opinions. The disclaimer is down in the box, along with the if you want to buy me a coffee, cream soda, and uh, and also the information if you want to join the channel. Uh, I have some people who have joined the channel, and please shoot me an email so I can put you in the calendar book um, for your birthday readings and the other ones that you're eligible for, depending on what tier you join at. So, yeah, so I can make sure to get you in so no one can say I'm trash talking. And, yeah, there's been a lot of crazy stuff up on YouTube. And, part of it has to do with there's stuff going on among the creators, and I'll get to that later on, but we do have a lot of crazy ass shit happening worldwide. And now I have taken notes over the past couple of days, but so it may seem I'm jumping all over, but I'm just going according to the notes and how I took them on my notepad. Yeah, I have several spiral notebooks just filled, and I have saved them. So yeah, one thing that we're seeing all over the place and people are making noise about is the donkey shithead Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is bouncing around in the Middle East right now. He was in Israel, and now he's down in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh. And it's like where Blinken goes, trouble follows. Yeah, remember I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient. Everything is entertainment purposes only. Yeah, Blinken is over there, and now we're seeing stuff hit the fan about Aramco, which is basically one of the big oil companies involved in the oil industry in Saudi. And a lot of people are getting pissed off because of Aramco's sponsoring, is one of the main sponsors of FIFA, you know, the soccer thing. And some women are getting PO'd, but you know, you just got to deal with it right now. Excuse me. Aramco is, if these soccer players don't shut up, Saudi government may say, hey, bye-bye to exports to the UK. And no more business with BP, British Petroleum. So some of these activists who don't know their ass from a hole in the ground need to shut up. Otherwise, it won't be just the older people in the UK without heat this winter, but everybody. So, yeah, people have got to start watching out what they're saying. But Blinken he's out causing more trouble. He's actually, yeah, we've got, he's out doing Barry's bidding. Just like they're still making noise about when Ethel Kennedy's service was held. And JoJo and Barry were caught talking, and they've pulled up these lip readers and everything, and it's like, they're saying that they did some trash talking about Cammy Poop. Well, now JoJo pops up in New Hampshire. I have spoken to people who actually live in New Hampshire, and they're saying that, yeah, Bernie Sanders, it's like people just, he's like, he's been there forever, so, yeah, he talks one thing, but when it comes to benefit the people, they say he's actually doing a decent job. But JoJo pops up, and he's saying, oh, Donald should be at the Gray Bar Hotel. Well, dude, you guys should be at the Gray Bar Hotel. I mean, it's like, oh, we need to lock him up. But you know what? They've been trying to do that for ages. And we've got, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed it. We're seeing Barry pop up a lot, trash talking and trying to do campaigning for Cammy Poop. But people make jokes about Rachel Mountbatten Windsor using a lot of self-tanner. But has anybody noticed that Barry, now that he's getting older, is looking more like his mother than his Kenyan father? Was Barry using vast amounts of grease paint, self-tanner, to make him look more African than Caucasian American? Yeah, look. Take looks at him. Pictures. Barry's looking more white. Is he going to start admitting and start playing up on his, because he's 50% Caucasian, and come out and discuss his true sexuality? Yeah. Barry's a half-white gay boy, but he hides it. And this is a guy who supposedly is speaking the truth. And what brought this up was, okay, Monday I had to go down to, I had to go into the downtown area to get my mail from the main post office. And then I had to go run another errand. I had to go renew my bus pass. Well, I took the bus from the main post office to City Hall, where I had to, and I had the pleasure of chatting with a woman. Her first name is Cece. Lovely, lovely lady. And it's one of the best things that has happened to America is that the bullshit from Barry's third term, they're saying, oh, there's so much more racism. And I'm like, no. Barry's third term has actually broken down so many barriers that women of my age were able to have totally in-depth, rational conversations about everything. And they're all saying, everybody's saying the same thing. The Democrats have destroyed America, and everybody is fearful of what they're going to do next. And when I use the term Baboon Johnson, she let out the biggest belly laugh. She goes, that is so accurate, and that's what people are A lot of people are calling him that. Yeah. They're like, we want the old somebody who is like the old Mayor Daley, the real Mayor Daley. The city was safe. Everybody could pay their bills. That's what Chicago citizens want back. And believe it or not, there is a dude in the Chicago City Council that started back in his 20s being a protege of the old real Mayor Daley and his organization. And he pops up on the news periodically, but keep your eyes out for this one alderman, Brian Hopkins. Yeah, he's actually, let's put it this way, he was raised in the suburbs that were definitely GOP. People don't realize that in Cook County, the major Democrat votes are in the city, but everyone outside the city limits, basically Republican. So that's what he was raised with. And he's a dino in name only. One day he did tell me, he goes, yeah, I'm working for the Democrats, but when I go and vote, I basically hold my nose. Keep your eyes out. They're going to start pushing him for mayor. Great White Hope to take down Baboon Johnson. Yes. And Cece, what we talked about towards the end, I hope everything was peaceful. And keep your nose open. You're going to smell her perfume. Yes. Now, yeah, I mean, I've been dealing, because I've had to go do a lot of stuff and dealing with different things, and I'll go into those after the election. I've been noticing that a lot of the Uber drivers, when you start looking through the stuff, you're going to notice a lot of them are newer drivers. And the other day, I got this guy, he had only been driving like less than a year. And I can always tell where they're from because how they pronounce my name. They use the Latin pronunciation, and I think, oh, where are you actually from? And this dude bragged that he was from Venezuela. And then I started looking. The dude had tattoos on his hand, on his arm, behind his ear. And I looked him up when I got home. They're the tattoos from this Venezuelan social club. So yeah, I did report him. And I always now take a screenshot of the driver and the license plate of their car. Be careful, people. You're getting a lot of... I'm like, if the guy's been in the country less than a year, how did he get an American driver's license to start driving Uber? We got to start asking these questions. And if you do use rideshare and you get somebody who's not able to speak English, like they're from, all they speak is a version of Spanish, or one of the Middle Eastern, like Farsi, Urdu, Arabic, start asking them direct questions. And if they can't answer them, make sure you take a screenshot and report it. And also, you can call the non-emergency number of your local police, local county police, and let them know. because some of these guys, they don't know, they don't pay attention to the local driving laws. Several times, these idiots, they don't pay attention, and literally almost have been T-boned several times because they don't pay attention to stop signs. So to make the road safer and to make things safer for women all over, start taking notes, screenshots, and notify the local police. Yeah, and if you have there's other things that people need to pay attention to. And there are a couple channels that I've pinned comments before. It's like Candid with Lubna, Lubna. She's a woman in the UK of Pakistani heritage, and she does talk the truth and reveals what these assholes are doing. And if they're doing that in the UK, they're also doing it here in the States, and in Canada, and in Europe. And she's able to get away with saying what's true because she is, basically, it's the pot calling the kettle black, and she's able to get away with it. But if I start saying it, some idiots are going to jump down my throat. The other one that I saw that he's had some guests on lately that really are talking the truth is Andrew Gold, his Heretics. So he had a guy on the other day, and they were talking about the bullshit that's coming out of the Islamic Republic of Iran. People need to be aware of this. And people are waking up. I mean, people are now having shit fits because Tulsi has done a Nelson Rockefeller. Yeah, Nelson Rockefeller ages ago was a Democrat and then switched to the Republican Party just in time to be named Gerald Ford's vice president. Well, we know Tulsi's from Hawaii, and I think her wake-up call was that fire in Maui, and she saw what was going on and how she was treated when JoJo and FEMA started dissing everybody. And now she has made it official. She's now a Republican. And keep your eyes open. There's going to be a few more who are going to be doing the same thing. Now, in different countries, the term Republican means different things. Here in the States, it's a political party. In countries of the British Commonwealth, being a Republican means getting rid of the monarchy. And lately, over the past few days, we've been seeing the news about KC3 and his trip to Australia. And now he's in Samoa for the Commonwealth Conference. But that stupid Lydia Thorpe, here, she's a senator in the Australian Parliament. And here she goes batshit crazy on KC3. Well, just like Candace Owens has done to Cami Poop, Candace has done the digging on Cami Poop's real heritage and basically is calling her out a liar. Someone did the genealogical stuff on Lydia Thorpe, and I guess she's maybe only 1/8 Aborigine. And here she goes batshit crazy, where people who are more than 1/8 are calling her out on her stupidity. That woman needs to be locked up. Needs to be held on a 72-hour psychiatric hold. Big time. But now Charles is in Samoa. And don't be surprised if it comes out after the fact that he also has a meeting with representatives from American Samoa. Yes, part of Samoa is a territory of the United States. And they work together with the Commonwealth, just like we do with Canada. So what goes on in Commonwealth Samoa affects American Samoa. So the two, there will be a few people there to talk with KC3. Now, like I said, we deal with both of them. And what's going on in Canada right now, don't be surprised. Yeah, Trudeau has done some really stupid ass shit, and it's all coming out. Where, okay, allegedly, anyone who's a member of NATO, any country that's a member of NATO, is supposed to kick in 2% of their gross national product, their GDP, is supposed to go towards the defense fund in NATO. Well, the numbers have come out, and America has been kicking in 3.38%, where Trudeau hasn't met his quota. It's 1.7%. But what's going crazy now is that you got to look at what the Big Red Sea is doing. Now, there's the one channel, China Uncensored. He gives some really good insight as to what the Big Red Sea is doing, and something that hasn't really made it out into mainstream news is that China has been scouting for a route to go through the Arctic Circle, a shorter polar route. And the only people that are running interference right now is the American military, because Trudeau won't send the Canadian military to help create the roadblocks of China doing this stuff. And Trudeau isn't even assisting in the defense of the Arctic Circle. This information has been brought forth to Charles. And this inept behavior by Trudeau will cause Charles to use his soft power to tell him either to step down, or he may totally decide to disband the current Canadian government and say, hey, I'm king here. You guys got to straighten out and create a new government. Because that's what the prime ministers are supposed to do, and Trudeau has made an absolute mess about it. You may say that Charles is a tree hugger and this and that, but remember, Cammie's family, all business. Yeah, the Shand family made their money through real work, real jobs. People may trash Camilla, but her family, because she's a commoner, is able to influence Charles as to things pertaining to the real world and how things really work. how the economy really works. So, with her guidance, KC3 is going to start telling some of these prime ministers, sorry, dude, you're out. We need a new government in this Commonwealth country. Big time. Now, government stuff, oh my gosh. Yeah, we've got the dirt bags. There were some not so great people working in Donald's last administration. Well, they did a good job back then, but now they're basically, no, they need to raise their balance of their retirement funds. So they're they're basically getting payoffs to start bashing Donald. Big time. So right now we're dealing with Donald's former chief of staff, General John Kelly. And he's basically twisting the words of Donald. Now, I've made this comparison, and so have several other people. We're watching, Donald is smart. And a lot of us, we're watching what the behavior of certain governments are doing and what they're trying to ram down our throats. And we're comparing the governments and the activities, and we're seeing all the coincidences of Adolf's government. Now, John Kelly is saying, oh, Donald, yeah, he was making the comparisons. He's saying, oh, Donald wants to be a dictator fascist. Well, you know what, dude? He's like identifying the same shit that Adolf did that's happening right now. And yeah, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Ayatollah Khomeini worshippers, yeah, they're the ones that are following through. First, they want to get rid of the Jews. Next, they're going to go after are the Christians. So the Democratic Party had better watch their asses, because a lot of them are allegedly good Christians. But that's why Cami Poop made that comment. Christians aren't welcome here, because she knows they're number 2 on the hit list. Yeah. She just revealed the plot. The plot is going to thicken. It's like first the Jews, then the Christians. That's why she doesn't want them around. And she's letting people know that, hey, it's going to get nasty. Very nasty. Now, some other people keep asking me my opinion on this and that, and yeah, there's a lot of shit going on with all the creators on YouTube. I guess the dude that runs some point of view channel and some of the other channels that are pretty popular. And I'm kind of laughing because there's one channel, I mean, she does a lot. We've never seen her face, and she does a lot of live, and she chats about a lot of shit. And they're saying that there's people who are stabbing each other in the back. Well, think about this one chick's name. And they use the term mole to describe people who go into an area undercover to report back to the other side. So could this person be the one who's hiding in plain sight and is obvious by the name of her channel? Who's actually playing nice with everybody to provide intel back to Rachel and Henry? Yeah. And then the other ditzoid, yeah, I'm wondering, I mean, I know people who live in the same immediate area of her, and they were going through the same shit she was. How in hell was she able to continue to dispense her garbage during the nearly 2 weeks where there was no electrical power and extremely poor cell service? Who provided her with the stuff for the generators and the Starlink? Did they prep her ahead of time so she could always dispense her nonsense? Yeah. And go back to her old videos. I'm going a couple years back, and she proudly talks about supporting the Biden administration. And isn't it quirky that Henry and Rachel support the Barry's 4th term? So I think the one that's literally is hiding in plain sight, and this other one that should have been silent, dark for the time being, where there was no power in that neighborhood. Shouldn't she have gone dark? No, but she wasn't. Where did she get the supplies from? Only people who are loyal to the Democrats were getting supplies. And we all know who's pro-Democrat. And even now, she did a Photoshop. She took the picture of Donald working at that McDonald's drive-through window and slapped Harry on it. Henry. Is she also one of those who's doing Photoshop for other stuff too? Yeah, I'm asking questions. Think about it, folks. And more is going to be exposed about those two. It's going to come out. But we've got 13 more days till we hit Guy Fawkes Day. And everybody is waiting till after Guy Fawkes Day. Then, once we know what's happening here in the States, and once the right people are back in the offices at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in D.C., that's when a lot of people are going to get revealed and called out on the carpet. And don't be surprised if you're going to see a lot of resignations at the DOJ. And some people will be told either to resign or they're going to be investigated. Yeah. Some other little girl brags, the little 13-year-old, 43 going on 13. She bragged about one of her relatives, and that person works for the DOJ. She thinks he's going to protect her. No. If it comes between covering her ass or saving his job, he's going to save his job. Big time. Now it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got a lot of shit I got to get done today, and so I'm gonna let you go. I mean, please, if you like what I have to say, click the red boots, subscribe to the channel so you know when things go up. Although I'm getting pretty regular with stuff now that I don't have to abide by the former guidance of a moderator. The moderator I tell them what to do. They're not telling me what to do and how to run my channel. So yeah, I pop up these direct upload these videos during the weekdays, and Sunday mornings is when I do a live chat. So I'm on a regular schedule, and if I'm not able to get a video up, I will be putting info on the community page. So everyone, it's Wednesday, it's hump day. We've got 13 more days to go. And today is what? Last week was the full moon. Now we're at a 3/4 moon. Yeah. The moon is waning. And next week on Halloween, it's going to be dark. And there will be certain people are going to try. That next week, Halloween, there will be a lot of people trying to play with the old school tactics of manipulation. So the veil is very thin next week. So yeah, a lot of people will be getting messages, quirky things happening in your private life. You'll be waking up and you're going to see and smell and hear things that, God, that's kind of weird. But yeah, if you start having questions, reach out, because yeah, my professional career doing psychic stuff started back in the early 80s. Going into haunted places and calling out the ghosts. Yeah, you can, if you want, start looking on different places where they stream old media, and look for this guy Eddie Schwartz and Richard T. Crow, and those old radio interviews. And on quite a few, you're going to find me. Yeah. That's back in the 80s. So, yeah, and old stuff pertaining to ghosts of Chicago. Go ahead. You can find me. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Washed my hair last night, just let it dry natural. It's like, yeah, total curl going. Yeah, back then it's like, yeah. Yeah, back before I had to cover the gray, you could see the natural spiral curls. Yep, yeah. So, everyone have a good day. I'm going to cut you loose now, and keep your eyes and ears open, because more is going to explode. And we just have to hold tight for a couple more weeks. Then we'll start seeing a lot of truth that's been hidden will start being revealed. So everyone have a good Wednesday, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.